Hi, welcome. I'm Maryjo with Fourth Dimension Healing in Stillwater, Minnesota, and I'm also the director of the Center for Crystal and Healing Studies, which is my online school where I offer courses in energy healing, crystal healing, and spiritual development. Today, I'd like to spend a few minutes talking with you about a very powerful and transformative stone known as K2. K2 presented itself several years back, and my sense is that when we're ready for a new stone or a new crystal to emerge, it does. And so the properties that K2 brings to us right now are definitely properties that we can benefit from when we work with it. K2 resonates with earth element energy, and it also resonates with storm energy. And I'm going to get into both of those aspects of K2 in just a minute. But before I do, I'd like to suggest that if you've not seen my videos around how to work with the elements of earth, fire, water, wind, and storm, and also the healing properties of gemstones that help align us with grounding and transformation and the various aspects of healing body, mind, spirit, know that I have a number of videos also available here on my YouTube channel that you will be able to access and they will help supplement what it is that you're hearing today. So K2 is a stone that's fairly durable. It consists of quartz, it consists of some malachite and some azurite, and it has the ability to be able to be shaped very easily, does not crumble, and so that is really helpful when working with this particular stone. So I want to show you a little bit about it. So here, first of all, is a palm stone of K2, and I think it's a really nice representation of the various ways that the modeling of the various minerals presents itself in K2. Working with a palm stone, for example, perhaps through meditation, keeping it in a pocket, maybe during a meeting that is really something that you want to feel pretty present to, would be a way that you can work with K2. And while this might be a little big for a pocket, it works really well as a touch point when you're working with parts of your life where you are seeking that sense of grounding and transformation both at the same time. One of my favorite ways of working with K2 is actually in its format as a tumbled stone. So when stones emerge, we get larger pieces and then we get smaller pieces. And the beauty of those smaller pieces is that they get tumbled up and we can work with them very readily, and they fit really easily in a pocket, slip it into a pillowcase without any problem whatsoever. Here is another example of that modeling effect. As I've said in other videos, we do not need to have big pieces of stones to work with. So while larger stones have a place within our crystal healing life, perhaps, working with a smaller tumbled stone is just as powerful and just as effective. And when it comes to carrying these stones around, obviously, smaller is better. One of the unique ways that K2 works is, first of all, with its earth element properties. So it's got that very strong earthing effect. It's grounding, which means that the healing frequencies that are coming into our body, into our energy field, are really getting anchored into day-to-day life. And if you've listened to any of my videos, or certainly if you've studied with me, or if you're seeing me for energy healing, you will know that it's so vital that we embody the transformation and the shifting that's taking place so that we can actually take it out into our day-to-day life. K2 is an example of how a stone can really help us do that. The earth element, because it is so strong and helps us embody the transformational energy shifts that are taking place with crystal healing and in our overall healing. Sometimes we may want to have a stone that supports us and reminds us how to hold that energy. This is a way that I think a pyramid can be really helpful. So not only do we have the K2 again represented very beautifully, we also with the pyramid have this strong base. Here's that earth element, strong grounding base. And yet the apex of that pyramid draws that energy up and offers it back up, out into our day-to-day life, into our universe, into our higher aspects. All right? There are various forms of pyramids. Here's another example. Pyramids have that broader base. The sides come up and reach up to the point of the apex. Now this apex point brings me to another area that I'd like to discuss with you. Not only do we have the human energy field that we know of most frequently as the chakras, the 7 chakras, we also have a component of our energy field called the torus. Now, a torus is almost like a donut-shaped energy that comes up out of the top of our head, wraps down around that egg-shaped energy field, and then tucks down beneath our feet and essentially creates this spiral energy up, around, down, and it's that vortex energy that's going right up through the center of our body that helps hold our entire energy field in balance. And from there, then we're able to support the chakra balancing. So we've got that earth energy. I've talked about that. That's connecting up with that root chakra. And if you're not particularly familiar yet with some of the various aspects of the energy field, you'll learn more about those as you take a look at some of the different videos I'm offering, particularly how to work with gemstones to balance the 7 chakras. So take a look at that one. So we've got that earth element holding that root chakra in place, yet the K2's storm element frequencies are supporting the torus. So when we're working with a pyramid, we've got that apex energy coming up and then in a sense falling back down and re-entering through the base. Having a pyramid of K2 within your workspace, within your home space, can be a very helpful support of that both grounding and transformational energy coming up through the top of that torus at the above your head. Okay. Here's another example of more of a tower with the K2. Again, this beautiful way that we bring up this energy of transformation, moving up and out through that torus and back down again. Another way to create and maintain a strong torus is to have a piece of K2 that you hold. So it could be a piece like this. And here's an example where there is not a lot of visible azurite or malachite, yet the powerful frequencies of the K2 is still very present. Holding a piece of K2 in your left hand, either during meditation or while you're sitting, can be very helpful as you are supporting that reestablishment and reinforcement of the torus. Also, when we think about shapes of various types of gemstones, a sphere is a shape that can be very helpful because it emanates out that energy in all directions at the same time. So here is an example of a K2 sphere that again could be placed in your home, perhaps somewhere in your work environment. If you not only want to be reminded of that grounding and centering and transformational energy that K2 brings, and also how it is expanding out in all directions, essentially encircling you with its properties. My sense is that as we work with stones, whether it is a tumbled stone or one that perhaps may be more likely sitting in our environment, not only are we learning how to resonate with the frequencies of the stones, and those stones are helping to shift the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual aspects of our life that are ready to be shifted and cleared for healing. Also, having these stones within our presence helps us to be reminded of the fact that we are in partnership with these stones. They're not working for us. We are in relationship with them, and we are learning to be able to live very grounded, centered, and transformational lives. And I believe K2 is just really a wonderful stone for that. It is a stone, as I mentioned, that's presented itself in the past several years. And so when you think about all the changes going on in our world, especially this last year with COVID and with so much unrest in so many different parts of the globe, we are learning how to reset ourselves. We're learning how to get grounded and then connect with that higher wisdom that comes from those heavenly celestial realms, that spiritual aspect of ourself. K2 is just so powerful in doing that. So if you're curious about the types of K2 that I have available through my online shop, go ahead and click the link below this video and you can go and see what I have to offer. Keep in mind that if you have specific questions, you can send me an email. That link is below as well. You can send me a chat through my webpage, and if I'm online, I will reply back to you right away. Also, explore my Center for Crystalline Healing Studies course. There are a number of mini courses that you can begin to get your toes wet when it comes to how do we work with gemstones and crystals and energy healing to support this spiritual transformation and growth that we are undergoing. If you would like to continue to get notifications when I post new videos, go ahead and like this video and just click on the little bell, and then you'll be one of the first to know when I have a new video that rolls out. So again, many blessings as you continue to explore how to heal, working with K2, this powerful transformative stone that is presenting itself to us at this time. Be well.